it's approaching the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it.
What's good? Let's take a break from all the new shit dropping constantly on JP and kind of go back to the traditional, oddball, unique, obscure units that you guys love to be showcased. So for this one, it is going to be the Strength Arale unit. Now, chances are a lot of you guys probably haven't heard about this unit in a very long time. Now, the physical counterpart is definitely much better because of, obviously immense damage, and we'll cover the stats for the strength version here in a second. But yeah, this girl is definitely lacking a little bit in today's age of Dokkan Battle, but still a pretty decent unit overall. So let's go ahead and cover the stats. Again, this is the Super Strength Arale unit. Leader skill is Strength type, attack and defense increase of 60%. Super attack causes mass damage to all enemies. So again, it is a mass damage to all enemies, and you're not seeing anything greater than that. Like immense, it would have been nice if it was similar to the Strength Perfect Cell style, where you have two variations of super attack, one being immense and then one being an AoE attack with mass damage. I think that would have made the longevity of the unit a little bit more better. So for the passive skill, it's an attack defense increase of 70% when HP is 30% or above. In terms of links, it is the Innocence Mechanical Menaces, Shocking Speed, +2 Ki Mechanical Menaces was +1 Ki, the Innocence was 10% to attack. Battlefield Diva is +2 Ki, Revival +2 Ki, Shattering the Limit +2 Ki, and Penguin Village Adventure is 15% to attack. So you do have a lot of key links within this set of links. For the categories, you've got 3 Artificial Lifeforms, Youth, and Dragon Ball Saga. So for this showcase, you are going to be seeing it on the Dragon Ball Saga with, like the Youth or Boys and Girls secondary, units that fall into the leader skill for the Kid Goku unit. At 100% potential, you are looking at HP of 13,286, attack is 13,973, and defense is 8,901. 12 Ki Multiplier for this unit is 135 unit, or not unit, but 135%. Now, to kind of give you a perspective on this unit in Dokkan, how long it's been available, this Arale unit was released on JP in November of 2016 and May of 2017 on the global side, so it's definitely been a few years since this card came out. So again, at the time, it was pretty nice having an AoE unit with this type of percentage boost and whatnot, but I think it's certainly a little bit more of a rarity and obsolete unit in terms of today. Now, I'm not saying the overall damage output isn't bad, but there are far better units in the game right now, especially considering you have a lot of units that have the attack all enemy type super attack, so that definitely does kind of put it in perspective a little bit. You will see the Arale unit linked up with the physical pan unit for the most part, just because of the ability to raise allies' attack with the super attack, as well as the passive skill of 30% increase attack for allies. So that certainly does help boost the overall stats for Arale. And they do share at least the Innocence and like Battlefield Diva. I think those are both attack and key raising link skills, so that definitely does help. I think the Pan unit actually has Fierce Battle instead of Shattering the Limit, so that's certainly a link they don't share. However, other units like the LR Goku and Arale unit, obviously Penguin Village Adventure is a pretty good percentage boost of 15%, and then Shattering the Limit as well as maybe a couple other link skills here and there. But overall, it's pretty much how that's set up. Now, you will see the Bra unit as well, 40% allies, definitely does help out as well. Couple of link skills along with that. So overall, it is an attack all enemy type card with the super attack, and you're seeing that right now against all the enemies, but essentially the overall attack stats and damage output's not going to change whether it's against one enemy or multiple. You just see more attacks going out to the enemies based on if it's more than one enemy. But with that regard, Boss Rush is always a good arena to test out units, so it's certainly a good spot to showcase certain units here and there. And this one is Boss Rush 8, so it should be the latest version. again, from a perspective of 2016 back then, I mean, she still has a pretty good passive skill. Attack and defense both get a 70% increase to when HP is 30% or above. So, like I said, the only thing hurting this unit is mass damage to all enemy versus having like immense or anything like that. If she did, she would certainly be still to this day very good. So yeah, that's probably the take on that. And of course, this is on the highest category that she can be on. So you are looking at her, in sort of like the best case scenario with a couple of good linking buddies and whatever. So I don't know, like maybe at some point down the road, either she gets improved or we'll see another category or whatever introduced to where she can perform a little bit better. But as far as right now, I mean, if you really think about it, 500k with an AoE attack isn't bad by any means. But yeah, it's debatable though, because you do have a lot of better units right now, and it's a little bit unfair to say that because obviously the newer units are always going to be better. But I certainly feel like she could definitely use an improvement, like an upgrade, Dokkan Awaken Easy, whatever it is, and along with that, I think it would be a good opportunity to bring the banner back. Now, it hasn't come out since the release date for these were either 2016 or 17. So chances are a lot of people would like to be able to pull on the banner again. I mean, if you're looking at it from a collector standpoint, this isn't really something that's so relevant as much today. But I think if you're a fan of Dokkan Battle and played for several years, or even a fan of Dragon Ball, chances are, I mean, you probably want at least one copy of this unit. So I think in that regard, it would certainly be killing two birds with one stone by bringing the banner back. I'm certainly waiting for it myself. I would love to pick up some of the units that I'm missing from my deck that not necessarily something I would use on a regular basis, but I really want those units to be in the deck basically for I don't know, as a trophy, I guess is probably the best way to put it. By the way, the Kid Goku unit is available on global now. A lot of people are on the fence about summoning or not. Probably chances are a lot of people are skipping it for 4-year coming up soon, which is understandable. I love the Kid Goku unit. The category is a lot of fun, but in terms of overall functionality, you're definitely better off with LR Super Saiyan 4, Goku, or Vegeta. Those are definitely much better units. The category stuff is better too. Even though this one, like I said, is a lot of fun to run, and I enjoy it quite a bit. So you can run a combination of both the Dragon Ball Saga as well as the Youth, or Boys and Girls, I guess it's called in the JP version. You can actually include a lot of units. Now, it's not as robust of a category as some of the others, like for example Super Saiyan 4, Goku and Vegeta's, which is Goku's family and Vegeta's family. You can build much better teams out of those two categories versus this one. So yeah, I mean, I totally understand why you would want to skip the current banner and just wait for 4-year. Even after 4-year, you do have the transforming Trunks and Zamasu banner that came out for JP, and that banner was also very good. It's not just from the main featured newly introduced Trunks or Zamasu unit, but also all the units that were all featured in the banners themselves is what made it worthwhile. Gogeta's on it, Super Saiyan Gogeta's on it, as well as the Super Saiyan Broly. So again, I don't know if they'll have the exact same banner, but if they mimic what JP had, those ended up being very good banners. But back to the Arale unit, this is definitely a throwback unit. That's merely what this showcase purpose was for, was seeing how she does on the latest categories, on the against the latest type enemies, and see how she does overall. I mean, you do have the newly introduced categories, so it's a little bit better overall for her, and yeah, it's worthwhile to test out, see how she does. So again, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. As always, I do appreciate you guys watching. This is more or less back to the normal schedule in a way, instead of the latest news and latest released units, you know, whatever have you. So hopefully, I don't know if things will slow down because we have part 2 coming up for the celebration in JP, and there is a lot of speculation on what's coming. A lot of people are saying it's going to be an LR full power Frieza. We'll see. I'm just hoping it'll be a double race banner, but in a newly introduced legendary banner outside of LR Trunks and Mai, I don't think there was a double race banner, but we haven't had one in a while, so hopefully it happens. That'll save a lot of people more, I guess, money, because you'll get more money for your more bang for your buck, I guess. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later.